And then, as it were, escape punishment. Why is that? Quickly.
Well, very quickly, you can think about corruption from an economic point of view. The perpetrator thinks about the cost to him of engaging in corrupt activities and then the corresponding benefits. The benefits are clear. I get 500 million cedis. There was the cost, but the cost is the probability that the corruption will be detected and then the probability of successful prosecution. Every corrupt person in Ghana knows that the probability of successful prosecution is too low because you can play games, you can play with the court system, there's endless adjournments and so on and so forth, and then the government changes, all the problems that Martin enunciated. So that's where the loophole is, and that's what we must fix. We must make the probability of successful prosecution go up. If it goes up, that increases the cost, the perceived cost of corruption. And when the perceived cost of corruption goes up, then the probability of corruption will fall. As it is, we are being told that, well, let's retrieve the money and let them go. Well, that is an invitation for everyone to be corrupt, because I go and I loot 1 million cedis, and if I'm caught, then I just return it. But if I'm not, and chances are I won't be caught, then I walk away with the 1 million cedis. No system can survive in that mode. I agree with the Attorney General that for some of the lower people in the totem pole, some of the low perpetrators, we can negotiate deals with them, get them to return their loot, and then get them to testify against the big time conspirators. That is done in every jurisdiction. But to just extend that branch to everyone, that is a mistake. Rather, what we must do is, in addition to the prosecution, we recover the loot. So not just send you to prison, but when we send you to prison, we are also going to take all steps to recover the loot that you have taken from us. And that is the only way that we are going to make progress. Now, the court system, to me, is not set up to prosecute anything very well.
1 minute.
If you think about the first election petition that we had, the lawyers were up to their games, and it took 9 months. After that, we got smart and we said, look, every election petition should be adjudicated in 42 days. And once we did that, they found a way to do it within 42 days. That is the same approach that we must bring to corruption and other financial crimes. We have to have timelines in every jurisdiction. The jurisdiction that I practice, there are timelines for every crime. So if it's corruption, we say from the inception of the complaint or the suit to the final decision should take 6 months. That puts pressure on the judges and the lawyers to ensure that they do everything that it's within their power to get the case adjudicated within 6 months. If we don't do that, then the lawyers will have their bag of tricks. Martin enunciated adjournments, delays, and so on and so forth. Why should a corruption case that involves 5 or 6 witnesses take 8 years to resolve? That's a joke. That's a joke. So we must fix that. I wish the rules of court committee will come out with timelines for all cases, not just corruption cases. Land litigation, if somebody trespasses on my land, there's no reason why that lawsuit should last for 50 years. By that time, the person who suffered the trespass will probably be dead. No, you come back and say, well, every land litigation should be resolved within 9 months. And if you are a judge and you cannot meet that deadline, then we try to understand why there is a variance. And then we solve that. Maybe we remove you and we put people there who can ensure that there is fair trial, within the specified time limit, like we did in the election petition.
Very, 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 very important input in there. And I think it puts the matters in perspective. Council, is it not? Yes. Thank you so much, Professor Stephen Kwekwasari, for this intervention and bringing in the different perspectives as well to it. I appreciate your time on this one and the intervention you made. This is the key point here on TV3. We're live on 3FM 92.7. Also on TV3 Ghana on Facebook and on DSTV channel 279. We're live as well on the Voice of London Radio in the heart of the city of London. And as always, my outfit is by Cobra Clothing, and they're responsible for my outfit every Saturday here on the Key Point. They are located on the Spintex Road, 18 Junction, opposite that Allied Oil Filling Station, ground floor of the same building with the Ghana Made store. Call them on 0244 238-241, 0244-238-341. And they have also made Lawyer Martin Pebo look good this morning as well in this one. But the Communications Minister, Samuel Natejo, gave details of the radio stations that were to be closed down until the President's intervention for clemency. Take a look.
Pandai Star Radio, operating in Pandai 107.3 FM. Ebiamo FM, operating in Jomoro on 100.5 FM. They've all been shut down. Table 2, FM stations that were issued revocation notices. Act Forum Ghana Limited, operating in Akpafumimpiasem 88.1 FM. Chinias Empire Limited, operating in Tumu 96.3 FM. Confidence Commodities, operating in Swaman, DSO 90.7. F5 Eagles Company, operating in Ajuafua 93.7. NEAT FM Limited, operating in Tamale 105.3 FM. Primary Stars Limited, operating in Banda 102.5 FM. Subampa Community Radio in Barakesi 96.7 FM. Wasaman FM in Atieku on 101.9 FM. Mr. Speaker, number 9, Woon to Me Multimedia Company Limited. Woon to Me Multimedia Company Limited, operating in Takrady on one.
So he gave that detail, and just a few minutes. In fact, he also gave the detail about the President's clemency intervention as well for a 30-day period. Now, Mr. Felix Jemfi is the Director General of the National Service of